Hello and welcome to Holloway Field on the campus of Arbor Pioneer as the River Rats cross town to face the home Pioneers. I'm Matt Liston alongside Pete Poirier, and we will be bringing you all of the action here on City TV Sports. Pete, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Matt. How are you?
Fantastic.
And we are underway here at Holloway Field. Huron with the first possession, circling with it, picking it up, Gabe Ruel. Now down low to Chris Welch, behind the net to Zach Hilfinger. Now over to Nick Sorcher. Back out top to Henry Upton. Heavily defended there. Upton drops the ball in turf, quickly picks it back up. Now comes back out top. And Huron will circle with it, looking for an opening in the middle. Working the perimeter.
Zach Reinhold defends.
Now Ruel with it. Over to Welch. Back behind the net to Hilfinger. And circling once again.
Lincoln York
now cutting
covers.
inside. And defended by Jeffrey Duarte DeJohn.
Good save there by Jeffrey Duarte DeJohn.
Well, ball out of bounds. It'll be Huron possession. 4 12-minute quarters in men's lacrosse. So Huron will set up once again, circling the perimeter, looking for a weakness in the Pioneer defense. Now cutting to the middle, Sorcher. And another shot that's blocked. Picked up off the turf by Welch. Welch will get it over to Hilfinger. Now ball on the turf again, picked up by Ruel. Now Ruel circling in behind the net. Nick Marjorian defending over there. And back out top it goes. Now Welch will run it down the near sideline. He'll send it back out top to Hilfinger. Hilfinger looking for an opening. Doesn't find it. And back to Welch. Oh, Huron possessing the first 2.5 minutes of this match. Now ball on the turf, scramble for it. And it'll be picked up by Marjorian. And he'll run it out to midfield. And we have a referee's whistle.
See our first penalty of the game. And here's a replay of that first flag of the game.
Pioneer penalty, 1 minute. Sportsmanlike conduct. Penalty, non-releasing.
That flag is going to be on number 33 of Pioneer. That was Nicholas Majurian.
So opportunity here for Huron. There's a quick shot and nice save by Duarte DeJohn. And Pioneer will get its first offensive opportunity, moving it over the midfield line. Zdanowski. They'll carry him behind the net. Now over to Connor Brown. Brown back out top to Kevin Gruppe.
Joe Fingerly's in the net for the Riverettes.
Now Gruppe still with it. Circling one way, then the other. Now he'll head behind the net. Now back out. And he'll send it to Dylan Swanson. Swanson into the middle, right out front, and blocked. Shot there by Zdanowski. And the ball
Putback goes wide. Great job by Fingerly to come out to defend that.
It'll stay Pioneer possession. Now right out front. Another shot that sails wide. Jason Matney with the shot for Pioneer.
Saved by Joe Fingerly.
Fingerly sharp here early on. 7:50 to play in the first quarter. Groupie will start the play. Heads right towards the net. It's turned away by the defense. Now back out to Barron. And that shot sticked away by Fingerly.
Pioneer will retain possession.
Jesse Fernandez with the ball. A good pass. Another nice save by Fingerly. Danowski turned away twice now here. Pioneer keeps possession. Groupie here on the near side. Now looking to cut into the middle. There's a quick shot and a goal! Kevin Groupie breaks the scoreless tie and puts Pioneer out front 1-0.
Pioneer goal. Scored by number 9, Kevin Groupie. Goal. 7-1 in the first period. Groupie, unassisted.
All right, here's that replay from a goal from Kevin Groupie. So after a couple nice saves by Fingerly, Groupie just crosses the field, does a little jump and fires it high. A little quick for Fingerly. 1-0, Pioneer now on top.
Well, referee whistle. Huron awarded the possession. Tomo Fetters down to Welch. And Upton and Welch play catch. Back to Fetters. And now back out top to Sorsher. Check that. That's Sean Greco. Now long pass. It's going to be too far. And it'll be Pioneer possession.
6:32 remains in this first quarter. Pioneer on top 1-0.
Now Duarte Dagon will bring it out. Goalkeeper for Pioneer. He'll run it to Kyle Waltz. Pass into the middle. Big collision. Ball on the turf.
Scooped up by number 2, Harry Hayden.
Now back around the net and a bounce shot and a goal. Harry Hayden with the goal for Pioneer, and that puts him up 2-0.
Scored by number 2, Harry Hadden. On a goal, 6:03 in the first period.
Now take a look at that goal on replay. There's Hadlin circling behind the net, and he just ducks out front and throws the skip shot underneath Fingerly for the goal. And Liam O'Connor upset, swinging his stick in frustration.
So after 5 minutes of no scoring, we've seen 2 goals here now in the last minute.
Well, Upton will run it downfield for Huron. Upton with the shot. Nice save by Duarte Dagon off his shoulder.
29,
Well, Fetters will keep it for the River Rats. Back out to Hilfinger. And up top to Welch. Welch with the skip shot. Another save by Duarte Dagon, and he'll pick it up. Quick pass from Rajoy and back to Duarte Dagon. And Pioneer will take over possession of the ball. Now Kevin Groupie calling for it. He gets it from Duarte Dagon. He'll race over midfield. Kevin Groupie still with it. There's a shot and a bank shot and another goal for Kevin Groupie. Well, just like that, Pioneer up on top, 3-0 over the River Rats. And we have that goal on replay for you. Got the pass from Duarte Dagon, ran it all the way down the field, and just threw a nice bank shot past Fingerly for Pioneer's third goal. So I'll give the goalkeeper an assist on that one, Matt.
That's right, and he took a shot, actually, right after he made that pass, so I hope it was worth it to get that assist.
Now players hitting the turf after the face-off. And referee rules Pioneer possession.
Burke and Boonson come off for the Pioneers, and on comes Taylor Zanowski and Ryan Thompson.
Now play right in front of the Huron net. We have a referee's whistle. And it'll be Huron possession, rather. Fingerly will start. Now carrying downfield, Travis Roos. And his pass.
While that ball goes out of bounds, we're going to show you the replay of Duart Degon taking a hit on that assist.
Now Kevin Groupie calling for the ball.
Ball out of bounds. Off the river at Pioneer possession.
This is not a spectator sport, folks. This is it's a pretty brutal game.
Kyle Aronson for Huron delivering the hit for Huron there. Now Ryan Thompson with possession. He'll send it over to Garrett Wood. Wood will circle in behind the Huron net. Wood coming out front, trying to get behind the goalkeeper. And another goal for Pioneer. Garrett Wood with the goal for Pioneer, and that puts him up 4-0.
Number 12, Garrett Wood.
And take a look at the replay on that goal. Here's Wood on a horrible angle. And just brings the stick out and puts it up high past Fingerly. Nice deke there by Wood to score the goal. And battle for it at midfield. They picked up by Peter Burke. Now Burke will send it to Kyle Waltz. Waits. Over to Zdanowski. And a groupie calling for it. Carried by Fernandez. And Fernandez loses possession. Ball on the turf. And Groupie will get it for Pioneer. And Groupie out front. There's another shot and another goal for Kevin Groupie. And Groupie with the early hat trick here. 3:13 left in the first quarter. Pioneer up 5-0. And with that, we have a timeout on the field. Here's a look at the replay. There's Groupie just circling out front. And again, putting it high to the stick side of Joe Fingerly. And that seems to be his weak point, as Pioneer scored several goals that way in this match.
So with 3:13 left in the first quarter, I'm going to give you a quick scoring recap. First was Kevin Groupie coming at 4:59 to put Pioneer up 1-0. Then just 58 seconds later, it was Harry Haddon. He put Pioneer up 2-0. That came then 59 seconds later. It was Groupie again. Pioneers then 3-0. minute 05 after that, it was Garrett Wood, and then 46 seconds later, again it was Kevin Groupie with a hat trick. Just 8:47 into this game, Pioneer riding easy right now, 5-0.
Thanks for that scoring recap, Matt. Back at midfield for the face-off. It's shoved into the Pioneer zone, but going back to pick it up.
Riley Quigley controls.
And ball on turf, referee whistle. And we'll have a Pioneer timeout, just like that.
Timeout called by Pioneer. That's their first timeout of the night.
Now both Huron and Pioneer with one timeout left in this quarter. Timeout over. Pioneer with possession. Caring for it, Dylan Swanson. Swanson over midfield. A long pass in front of the net. And it'll be picked up off the turf by Hilfinger for Huron. He'll get it back to Fingerly. And Fingerly will send a long pass downfield. Tries to get it to Aronson, but picked off by Reinhold.
Certainly not an advisable pass. They've had trouble getting pressure on the net. The last thing you want to do is turn it over before you even get to midfield.
Oh, Huron will keep possession. Started by Greco. Now ball in behind the net. Now to the near side where Welch will have it. Now back out top to Hilfinger. Hilfinger will try to charge the net. It's a shot off, and that sails wide.
Nifty little spin move there from Zach Hilfinger. River Rats will retain possession.
Ball back out top to Greco. Over to Welch. Back to Greco. Greco with a long skip shot. And picked up by Duarte Degan.
2 minutes remain in the first quarter.
Now bringing it upfield. Swanson. Runs past one defender. Swanson right up front of the net, but can't connect to Haddon. And going back for it, Fingerly. Now that pass for Welch missed. Fighting for it on the turf. It'll be picked up by Greco. Or check that, that's Fetters. Fetters in behind the Pioneer net. Tries to cut up front. He's defended by Merjolian. Now circle back. Hand it off to Upton. And Upton will send it back to Welch. To Greco back out top. That pass over his head too far. And Ruel will pick it up. Now back in behind the net. Upton with it. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Now Fetters on the far side. Again in behind the net. Upton with the skip shot. Defended by Duarte Degan. That was going to be wide anyway. And Fetters will scoop up a ball and get ready to start the action once again. Under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Huron trying to get on the scoreboard here before the end of the first. Now Fetters loses it. It's picked up by Tyler Barron. And ball on the turf. Under 10 to play. Now Groupie, long shot, defended by Fingerly. And just 4.4 left in the first quarter. And Fingerly will just keep it away from the Pioneer offense, and that'll end the first quarter. Pioneer up 5-0 here on City TV Sports.
Score at the end of the first period. Score at the end of the first period. River at 0. Pioneer 5.
All right, so for those of you who are just joining us, I'll give you a quick recap of how we got here. First, it was Kevin Groupie, 4:59 into the game to give Pioneer a 1-0 lead. Then it was Harry Haddon at 5:57 to make it 2-0. Then once again, it was Groupie. Then we saw goals from Wood and another one from Groupie to make it 5-0. That last goal coming at 8:47 of the first quarter. This score should actually come as no surprise. Pioneer's actually 4th in the state, trailing only Brother Rice, who's first, Forest Hills Eastern, and then Detroit Catholic Central. Ann Arbor Huron ranked 40th with a 7-5 record. Pioneer actually 10-1.
Where did you say Catholic Central was ranked there, Matt? Number 1? Was it number 1? I didn't hear that. Number 2?
It was number 3 actually.
Oh, number 3.
I guess as an alum, you would screw that up.
Of course.
Before I was so rudely interrupted, I was about to tell you that Pioneer's only loss actually came from that Forest Hills Eastern team, and it was actually 10-11. They lost, so just one goal separates them and the second place team.
We're underway here in the second quarter. Possession being fought for, now scooped up by Peter Burke. Burke will head downfield. Now he'll send it back to Dylan Swanson. And Swanson will hold it. Now Garrett Wood comes back on the field, as does Ryan Thompson. Pass nearly knocked away on the turf. Picked up by Swanson. And a referee's whistle. Swanson called for the elbow. And Fingerly will start the play for Huron. Now Sorsher will grab the pass from Fingerly and head downfield. Sorsher will back it out and swing it to Welch on the far side. And Welch will take it to Hilfinger. Hilfinger loses the handle. And nice job there by Barron to get it back to Duarte Dagon. And he'll bring it out. Tries to get it to Wood. There's a mishandle there. The far side. Ball still on the turf. Now picked up by Wood, and we have a whistle.
Pioneer steps out of bounds with the ball. Possession to the River Rats.
Well, Pioneer out of bounds. It'll be Huron possession. Now Hilfinger racing upfield over midfield. Now cutting into the middle. He loses control. Picked up by Rule. He'll get it back. Now back over to Hilfinger. To Welch. And in behind the net, it's Upton. He'll get over to Greco. And back out top to Ruel. And Huron completes the circle. Now collision there, ball on the turf.
Scooped up by Quigley.
It's knocked out of his stick. Fernandez will have possession of the ball. Now pass to Swanson. Swanson will circle behind the River Rat net. Swanson looking to cut out in the middle, and he scores a goal. Once again, up high in the upper left-hand corner. And Dylan Swanson scores Pioneer's 6th goal.
Goal scored by number 25, Dylan Swanson. On the goal at 55.
And here's a look at the replay on that goal by Swanson. He circles around behind the net, just casually jogging there. And he'll put it into another gear once he gets it out front. Gets by one defender, gets in front, and Fingerly tries to come out and attack him, which leaves the net wide open, and he puts it in for Pioneer's 6th goal. The Pioneer with possession again. Peter Burke, he loses control.
Taken away by number 27, Zachary Reinhold.
Now Riley Quigley, and out front, and that just misses as Harry Haddon had an open net. And there's a penalty.
Huron penalty, 1 minute for slashing. Time of penalty, 8:19 in the second period.
Oh, penalty on Huron.
All right, here's a replay of that. This is going to be on.
Well, Fernandez will start. He'll hand it to Haddon. Out top to Swanson. Back to Haddon, playing catch. Now Groupie looking for an opening, can't find it. Now in the middle, and a skip shot and a goal. Garrett Wood with the goal for Pioneer, and that puts them up 7-0 here with 8:02 left to play in the second quarter.
Pioneer goal scored by number 12, Garrett Wood. Assisting by number 25, Dylan Swanson. Pioneer goal, 8:02 in the second period. Wood.
Let's take a look at that on replay. Pioneer moving the ball well, got it into the middle. And another skip shot by Garrett Wood for Pioneer's 7th goal.
That goal coming just 53 seconds after their last goal.
Picked up off the turf by Justin Jones. He'll send it over to Quigley. Now pass into the middle. And another skip shot, and another goal for Pioneer. Dylan Swanson with the goal, and just like that, another goal for Pioneer, and they're up 8-0.
Dylan Swanson, Jesse Fernandez.
Here's a look at that one. Nice pass. Fernandez right into the middle to Swanson, and he just skips it on the low left side. Right past Fingerly for another goal for Pioneer. If you're just joining us, it's been all Pioneer in this match. They're up 8-0. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on City TV Sports. I'm Pete Poirier along with Matt Liston with all the play-by-play action for you.
Shot by number 29.
Near miss there by the River Rats. Some good play in net for Jeffrey Duarte-Degon for Pioneer. Huron's had a few chances, and he's been up to the task. He makes another save there. Ball heads out of bounds. It'll stay Huron possession. pass out top to Hilfinger. Ball's on the turf. Evan Mihaka with it. Over to Hilfinger. Riverats will keep possession. Upton with it on the far side. And there's a shot off the side of the net. And Marjoyan will scoop it up for Pioneer. And they'll head back downfield. There's a pass to Peter Burke. Now Burke around one defender. Now he'll get it out to Lincoln York. And York will head behind the Huron net. York still with it. York spin move. Tries to get out in front of the net. Spinning again. Right in front of the net. And it's into the goal. As it dribbled past the goaltender Fingerly, and now is getting a little chippy out in front of the net there. Liam O'Connor getting a little chippy there for Huron. And Lincoln York with the goal, and that puts Pioneer up 9-0. Here's the replay. 4 defenders around York. He spins. Ball off his foot and off of Fingerly's foot and rolling past the line and into the net. Now we're back at midfield, picked up by Swanson. Swanson being defended by Fetters. Now Swanson trying to deke. Spin move. There's a skip shot and another goal for Pioneer. As they hit double digits, 10-0. Dylan Swanson with the goal. And this goal, an individual effort, as Swanson picked it up from the faceoff, did a spin move and another bounce shot past the goalkeeper Fingerly, and it's 10-0 Pioneer.
Dylan Swanson now has himself a natural hat trick to go along with Kevin Gruppy's from the first quarter.
Now ball picked up by Charles Ziegler. Ziegler still with it for Pioneer. Tries to spin away from one defender. He loses control and races back to scoop it up. He'll send it over to Kevin Gruppy. Now down to Connor Brown. Brown back to Gruppy. He'll settle things down. Back it out. Under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Now Gruppy with a shot. That's off one defender. And out of bounds. Pioneer will keep possession. Ball on the turf. Scooped up by the Riverats. Now it's picked off by Marjoyan. Marjoyan still with it, trying to head on net, loses control. And it'll be brought back out by Sorsher. Sorsher with a double spin move at midfield. Trying to get away from Marjoyan. Marjoyan knocks that out of his hands and rolls it forward to Brown. And we have a whistle. And it's going to be a timeout Pioneer.
Pioneer timeout. That's their last timeout of the half.
Here's the second quarter scoring recap for you as of right now. First it was Dylan Swanson at 3:05 to put Pioneer up 6-0. Then Garrett Wood scored 53 seconds later for the 7th goal. Once again, Dylan Swanson. This was 21 seconds later. Then Lincoln York at 6:12 to make it 9-0. And then finally Dylan Swanson netted his hat trick just 24 seconds after the 9th goal to put Pioneer up 10-0, and that's where we find ourselves right now.
Well, timeout over. Teams return to the field. Ryan Thompson will start for Pioneer.
3:54 remains in the second quarter.
He'll send it over to Jacob Winnick. Now Winnick will carry behind the Huron net. Send it over to Brown. Brown will back it up. Send a pass back to Winnick out front, and that pass fails to connect. And it'll be scooped up by Andrew Gasparovich, and he'll head downfield. Tries to get it in the middle, but that pass fails to connect. And Tyler Barron with it. He'll get it to Jason Matney. Now Matney will carry. Over to Thompson. Thompson trying to connect out front. Another pass fails to connect. Scooped up by Liam O'Connor. And O'Connor will bring it forward. We'll get it to Upton. Now Welch has it. Back to Upton behind the net. Welch will send that back out top. Sorscher's there. And Upton and Welch switch positions. Now brought out by Ruel. Now Ruel will try to charge the net. Knocked out of his stick. Ball on the turf. He'll be grabbed up by Pioneer and brought back downfield. Now Christopher Corbin for Pioneer and behind the Huron net. This pass can't connect, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Huron ball. Minute 31 to play in the second quarter. Clock will start when the referee blows his whistle and the possession begins for the River Rats. And Fingerly will send a long pass up the middle. No one there for Huron to be picked off by Quigley. A nice intercept there by Hilfinger. Hilfinger to Upton. And a shot. And blocked. Deflected by Duarte Degon. Shot there by Chris Welch. And a great opportunity there for Huron to get on the board, Matt.
Yeah. Especially you'd like to get a goal, at least one goal going into halftime. There's just under a minute to play now. You'd like to have something other than a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a shot is blocked from Grigorian. Now Huron in the closing minute. There's another quick shot. That one by Upton. And that one over the net. Huron with the pressure, trying to get something on the board before halftime. Now back out top to Hilfinger. And he's circling. Sends it to Upton. Now Upton directs a shot on net, and a nice save there by Duarte Degan.
Shot by Upton.
And he'll send a long pass downfield. And that'll go out of bounds with 11.9 seconds in the half. So possession River Rats in the closing seconds of this half. And Fingerly will just chuck it downfield. And time will run out. And after one half of play, it's been all Pioneer. They're up 10-0. We're going to take a break and come back with second half action here on City TV Sports.
Halftime score, River Rats.
PEG TV. Public, education, and government television programs reflect the specific interests and diversity of local communities. You've probably watched it without really knowing what it is or how it benefits you directly. Each community has its own personality, its own style, its own priorities, its own obstacles and needs. And one thing each community has in common is not just the need for its own voice, but access to the means to express it. PEG TV provides that. PEG TV channels are non-commercial and combined nationally deliver more original, locally made shows than all commercial television stations combined. PEG TV delivers entertaining, informational programs for everyone: seniors, youth, parents, educators, consumers, and in some areas delivers multilingual programming for ethnic communities. PEG TV also provides vital election coverage, public safety, and emergency information specific to where you live. Standard programming often includes council and commission meetings, public service announcements, and informational bulletin boards. Special interest programming often includes local festivals, parades, concerts, talk shows, magazine-style shows, and other programs unique to your village, your township, your city, and your neighborhood, which are often overlooked by commercial media programming. In many communities, PEG TV provides the only coverage of local government. Without PEG, it can be difficult for citizens to stay informed about local government issues and events. Your community has a voice, and that voice is speaking to your subdivision, your streets, your senior citizens, your property, and your family's safety, and it's speaking to you. Please learn more about this valuable resource. Tune in to your local PEG channels. Then give the following websites a visit. Remember, we are your voice. PEG TV, public education and government television. Your voice, your community, your PEG.
Hi, I'm Dana Denha, and tune into City TV to find out what's happening in our community.
Hi, I'm Jim Blow, host of Conversations. Twice a month, I have the opportunity to interview the people in Ann Arbor you care to see and hear from. City council members, the mayor, members of the school board, all the way to members of Congress. I've had the pleasure over the past 18 years of bringing these people to you. I invite you to join me and the rest of Ann Arbor in conversations here on City TV, Channel 19.
And welcome back for second half action. We're just about to get the third quarter underway. It's been all Pioneer up to this point. They lead 10-0. I'm Pete Poirier along with Matt Liston with all the play-by-play action for you on City TV Sports. And face off at midfield, won by Pioneer. Quick possession change as Upton will grab it. And he'll head downfield. Now Upton behind the net, he'll send it to Welch. Now back to Ruel. Out top. Hilfinger with it. And ball out of bounds. Be River at possession. And Huron will try once again to set up their offense. Hilfinger with a spin move to Greco, and there's a goal for Huron. Nick Sorsher with the goal for Huron, and that'll put him on the board. And that'll make it Pioneer 10 and Huron 1. And we'll take a look at it on the replay. Hilfinger with the pass to Sorsher, and he'll put it in the net. And they'll finally get Huron on the board.
So after going 24 minutes in the first half without a goal, it took just 50 seconds into the second half to get on the board.
Ball on the turf. Picked up by Poonson. Now downfield it goes on the turf. Scooped up by O'Connor for Huron. We'll get it to Fingerly, and Fingerly will send it out to Gasparovich. His pass can't connect with Hilfinger. And a lot of shoving over there on the far sideline. Finally scooped up by Burke. And that shot sails wide. And Haddon hits the turf. And we have a referee's whistle. And it'll be Huron possession.
These teams wasting no time here in the second half to really get physical. So a couple guys go to the deck. We're going to get one penalty.
Pioneer penalty, 1 minute for pushing.
Pushing is the call on Pioneer.
Now Welch gets it back. Welch out top. Tries to get in the middle. Be picked up by Sorsher. He'll get it over to Ruel. Now back out top to Welch. Over to Upton. Upton with a quick shot and a goal. Henry Upton with the goal for Huron. And that'll make it 2 goals for Huron. 10 for Pioneer. 9:44 to play in the third quarter.
Chris Walsh on the goal, 9:44 the second period. Upton and Walsh.
And we have a look at that on replay.
Great job by Upton to change the angle. The shot went low, came high, and it really fooled the goalie, Duarte Degan. 10-2 here. Huron showing some life here in the second half.
Been a changing goal for Pioneer. It's Michael Jones in goal this half. And an underhand fastball by Henry Upton, giving them 2. And now possession being fought for at midfield. To be scooped up by Huron. A big collision. And Reinhold hits the turf.
Ball and bounds off Pioneer. Possession.
The Huron
So
possession.
see that hit. Big hit from Pioneer. That was number 3, Tyler Barron, laying the lumber.
Rowe will start. They'll bring it across midfield. Back out top to Greco. Back to Ruel. Greco will change it around. It'll go behind the net. Welch to Upton, back to Ruel, and back to Upton. Trying to get the Pioneer defenders out of position. Defended there, ball on the turf right in front of the net. And it'll be scooped up by Jones. He'll get it to Burke, and Burke will race across midfield for Pioneer. Kyle Waits with it for Pioneer. Now Waits will head on net. There's a quick shot. It's blocked. That shot does not get through, and Fetters will pick it up for Huron.
Good forechecking there by Waits.
Now Fingerly races away from the Pioneer player and sends it down to midfield. Picked up there by Aronson. Aronson loses possession, and Reinhold will bring it back for Pioneer. Now he loses it. It's on the turf. Scoop forward by Reinhold. Nice play there. And he'll get it up to Fernandez. Now Fernandez sends it out front, and another goal for Pioneer. Taylor Zadanowski with the goal for Pioneer, and that stops the Huron run at 2. And Pioneer increases its lead to 11-2.
13,
Nice play here by Fernandez. Could have taken the shot right in front of the net. They handed it off to Zadanowski, and the bounce shot is past Fingerly for Pioneer's 11th goal of the match.
So he's Sean Greco facing off against Dylan Swanson.
Swanson will pick it up for Pioneer from the face-off. Bounce off one defender. And he'll circle with it. Okay, he was going to wind up for a shot, but he'll send it over to Fernandez, now in behind the net. Back to Groupie, to Swanson. Pioneer circling the net. Haddon out front. And a shot off the post. Ball still on the turf. And Fingerly had it for a moment. It was taken away from him by Kevin Groupie. Now Swanson with the shot. And the stop by Fingerly.
Shot by Phil Swanson. Saved by Phil Fingerly.
And Fingerly will send it downfield. And after the referee's whistle, will be Huron ball. There's a look at Waits hitting the turf. That shot off the post.
Chopped away there by 25 Chris Welch.
Now picked up by Merjoyan, and we have a referee's whistle. And Pioneer will call timeout. 6:08 left in the third quarter. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on City TV Sports. Pioneer with the 11-2 advantage over Huron. It was all Pioneer in the first half as they went into halftime with a 10-0 lead. Then Huron scored 2 quick goals, and then Pioneer came back with another to make it 11-2.
There's the head coach, Joe Comgeter. Late substitution there for Huron. That was number 9, Andrew Gasparovich, coming in for Sean Greco.
Play will be started by Swanson. Fake the pass to Merjoyan. Ball hits the turf. Race for it. Pioneer overruns it. Now there's ball surrounded. Still can't pick it up off the turf. It's a rugby scrum out there with sticks. Ball still on the turf. Now it's picked up by Groupie. Groupie will race away from a defender, and we have a referee's whistle. And it'll be turnover and possession for the River Rats. Well, Aronson will carry for Huron. Now picked up by Upton. Upton over to Welch on the near side. Back out top to Hilfinger. Huron moving the ball back and forth on the near side. Hilfinger loses it momentarily, scoops it back up. They'll send it back to Welch, and Welch will send it to Upton. Now Upton will jog behind the Pioneer net. Send it over the far side to Greco. And back out top to Hilfinger. Hilfinger will charge. That shot is way wide. That ball off a Pioneer. Oh, Huron will keep it.
There's Kyle Aronson.
Aronson with the shot. That sails wide of the net. Actually saved there by Jones. Picked up. And Garrett Wood will carry. Now pass down the middle. Scooped up by Burke. And back to Wood. Now Wood will jog down the near sideline. Now Wood in front of the net with a shot. And defended by Fingerly. Now ball in behind the net. And we have referee's flag.
Flag on here, huh?
Pioneer penalty, 1 minute for slashing. Pioneer penalty, 3:48.
So this will be a Pioneer 1 minute power play. Slashing was the call on the River Rats. Here's a replay of that.
And that's Kyle Waits for Pioneer with the penalty, as he took a couple of whacks at the Huron player. Oh, Huron with the opportunity. Skip shot by Welch. That blocked.
Shot by Welch.
And scooped up to Upton. Upton with it. Upton thought momentarily taking the shot, sent it back out top. Now down low. And Ruel there with the shot that sails wide of the net. Now Huron working their power play. Upton with it, a quick shot, and that one blocked.
2:57 remains in the third quarter.
Another quick shot by Welch, again blocked and sent wide. Now power play over. Welch trying to corral it. Ball on the turf. And Ruel will go back and grab it for Huron. Now Sorsher to Welch. Way back out top as Sorsher backs it out. He takes a running start. Tries to head on net. Defended there. Ball picked up by Aronson. Well, Riverette's getting some good offensive time down in the Pioneer end. They're just not able to score. Had a couple of shots, but they've been knocked aside. Now Welch. There's a quick pass and a goal for Huron.
We're at goal number 8, Trevor Huron. County goal 137. On the third period.
Here's a look at the replay. And the quick shot and into the goal.
Teams battle for it at midfield. Andrew Gasparovich will come away with it. He'll get it up to the attack zone. Pioneer will control. Tyler Barron brings it up the left side. He'll get it to Haddon.
That last goal scored by Huron by Trevor Kuhnlein. Number 8 for the Riverettes. Under a minute to play in the third quarter.
1 minute remaining period, 1 minute.
Last minute to play in the period.
Now Groupie. Quick shot. That's blocked.
Captain number 9, Kevin Goopy.
Now Haddon. Gets it to Swanson. Swanson with a spin move out front of the net. And right out front, and he puts it away. Dylan Swanson with the goal for Pioneer. That'll make it 12-3 in favor of the Pioneers. 25.4 seconds left in the third. And take a look at that replay. Swanson just cut right on net. Right past the defender. And Fingerly didn't have a chance. And Swanson scores Pioneer's 12th goal. No ball at midfield. Will be picked up by Burke. Burke gets it over midfield. But it's picked off by Huron. Now Ruel will take it. They'll send it to Welch. And that'll do it for quarter number 3. At the end of 3 quarters, it's Pioneer 12 and Huron 3 here on City TV Sports.
Pretty consistent. We had another 5 goals in the 3rd quarter, except this time 3 of them came off the sticks of the River Rats. Nick Sorsher actually got Huron on the board 50 seconds into the second half. That made it 10-1. Then once again it was Huron. It was Henry Upton this time. That made it 10-2. But then it was Pioneer and Taylor Zidanowski at 4:36 to get Pioneer on the board in the second half. Then Trevor Kuhnlein cut the deficit to 8. That was 11-3. And then we just saw a goal from Dylan Swanson, his 4th of the game at 11:35. And that's where we find ourselves here at 12-3 at the beginning of the 4th quarter.
Both teams back out on the field for the start of the 4th. And the referees are taking a look at the sticks. And they check the measurement on sticks for both Pioneer and Huron. And both of them look to be okay, here as we can tell. And we're underway here in the 4th. And it'll be picked up off the turf by Huron. Aronson will pick it up. They'll send a long pass to Welch. Welch with the skip shot over the net.
Shot by Chris Welch.
Hilfinger will start it again for the River Rats. Sends it over to Upton, and they switch positions as Upton takes a jog behind the Pioneer net. Now Upton out front gets a shot off, and that's over the net.
Shot by Henry Upton.
Now Welch. Now back out top to Hilfinger. Back to Upton. Another skip shot, and that one sails wide. Huron getting plenty of opportunities here early in the 4th. Now Hilfinger will drive the net, defend it away. Pass to Ruel, can't connect. Hitting the turf, Brian Matney. Matney defending Aronson. Now Reinhold with a slash on Aronson. No call. And Ruel will send it behind the net to Welch. And back out top. Hilfinger with a quick shot. Doesn't get through. That's blocked by defender. And that'll be picked up by Nicholas Winkler. And 3 players hit the turf.
Huron will take possession. In comes Burke for Ziegler for Pioneer. Burke, one of 2 sophomores on his team. The other one being your starting goalie, Duarte Digon.
Now Huron, Hilfinger will send it over to Sorsher. Back in behind the net to Welch. And it'll be turnover. It'll be started by Tyler Barron. Will start it for Pioneer. Now pass fails to connect. Ball on the turf. That'll be scooped up by Brown. Brown cutting on net, and another goal for Pioneer. Connor Brown with the goal for Pioneer. And Pioneer back out to the 10-goal advantage, 13-3.
Another goal scored by number 4, Connor Rich Brown. Time of the goal.
Here's a look at the replay. Brown picking it up off the turf.
In the fourth period,
And he'll just drive the net.
Brown unassisted.
And the skip shot past Fingerly. And that results in Pioneer's 13th goal. Well, Pioneer on offense once again. Ziegler with it for Pioneer. And behind the Huron net. Ziegler looking for an opening. Now fake pass. Ziegler loses it momentarily. Scoops it back up. And he'll send it back out to Swanson. Swanson will send it to York. York behind the net. York bowled over, and a referee's whistle as Fingerly raced back to pick it up. Fetters taking York to the ground.
A few words being had between the two teams.
Lincoln York will start it for Pioneer. Over in the far corner. York trying to deke the defender. And another whistle. And it'll be a turnover, and it'll be Huron possession.
Crease violation against Pioneer. River at possession.
William O'Connor for Huron will bring it upfield. He'll send it back to Fingerly. Fingerly will run it up and send the long pass downfield. He'll hit Aronson in stride. Upton picks it up and scores for Huron. Henry Upton. Pass from Aronson wasn't a clean one, but Upton picked it up off the turf and fired it past the goalkeeper Jones for Huron's 4th goal. And here's a look at it. There's the pass. Hits the turf momentarily. Upton picks it up, turns and throws it at the net and puts it past Jones for the goal. Duart Dagon back in net for Pioneer. There's a quick shot over the net.
Shot by Jesse Fernandez.
Fernandez with the shot for Pioneer. I'll send it way back out to Groupie, over to Swanson. A quick shot and a goal. Jesse Fernandez with the goal for Pioneer. And they get the 10-goal lead back out once again at 7:34 to go in the 4th.
Pioneer goal scored by number 6, Jesse Fernandez, assisting on the play. Number 25, Dylan Swanson, time of goal, 7:34 in the 4th period. Fernandez from Swanson.
picked up by Swanson for Pioneer off the faceoff, right in front of the net. And Haddon right there couldn't put it away as he was defended by Huron. Quickly back down the field, O'Connor is knocked out of his stick. Upton will pick it up off the turf for Huron. Downfield quickly. Or Hilfinger. Hilfinger got the shot off. Was blocked and bounced over the net. Well, Huron will keep possession. Greco's pass is on the turf. And Swanson races downfield right in front of the net, and Fernandez can't convert as he had a wide open net. Great play on defense over there by Travis Roos, keeping Fernandez from cashing in. Fernandez had a wide open net.
All right, we're going to see a replay of that empty net miss by Fernandez. All by himself. Wound up when probably didn't have to. Good job by number 5, Travis Roos, to not give up on the play and knock it out of Fernandez's net.
Now, quick one. That shot sails wide by Zdanowski. Haddon. And a shot by Waits. Pioneer keeps possession. Now Kevin Groupie. He'll get a racing start. Quick shot, and that sails wide of the net.
Shot by number 9, Kevin Groupie.
And we'll start it. Over to Waits. Waits circling on net and defended by Fingerly. Back out to Groupie. 5 minutes to go on the match. Back to Zdanowski. And pass out front fails to connect. Picked up by Haddon behind the net. And back out top to Groupie. Now Groupie will get a running start. Throw it at the net, and saved by Fingerly.
Saved by Fingerly.
They'll throw it to Greco. Greco will get it over midfield. It's out of bounds, and it'll be Pioneer possession.
Pioneer possession.
Back to Swanson. Swanson will send it way out back to Groupie. Groupie will get a running start. Into the middle to Fernandez. He loses control.
Good job by Gasparovich to get it out of there.
And Gasparovich's pass too far for Welch. And it'll be Pioneer possession. 3:47 to play in the match. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on City TV Sports. It was all Pioneer in the first half. They took a 10-0 lead heading into halftime. Since then, it's been even, both teams scoring 4 goals in the second half. Swanson carrying over midfield for Pioneer. Looking for pass in and behind the back shot. And it's picked off by Fingerly. Now wholesale changes for Huron.
Pioneer penalty, 1 minute for slashing.
Now Pioneer call for the penalty, and they'll have a 1 minute penalty. Huron will go on the power play. And Welch will start it. Hilfinger with the shot. It's blocked by a stick. Nice job there by John Worster for Pioneer, blocking that shot from Hilfinger. And another quick shot. And another block, this time by Brian Metney. It'll stay here on possession. Back out top to Welch. Over to Hilfinger, circling quickly. Upton with a quick shot. Nice save there by Duarte Degon. And he'll circle in behind his own net. And he'll send it downfield. Picked up there by Jason Matney. And Pioneer will take a timeout with 2:25 left in the match. Back underway after the timeout.
For the Pioneers, number 30, Maurice Majewski.
Ryan Thompson behind the net for Pioneer. He'll get it to York. York backing up. Back to Thompson. And really, Pioneer not in need of any hurry. York coming out from in front of the net. He loses the ball. Cameron Innes picks it up for Pioneer. And that one sails long and wide.
Number 18, Cameron Innes.
And York will start to play once again for Pioneer. Circling in front of that. That shot sails wide.
Shot by number 8, Luke York.
.129 remains in the game.
Now we're ready to go, and Thompson will start the play for Pioneer. They'll race behind the net, try and circle out front. Quick pass, And a nice save there by Fingerly. Shot by Matney, Jason Matney.
Saved by Joe Fingerly.
Back out top to Jacob Winnick. He loses control.
Big hit there by number 8 is going to be flagged.
Hilfinger hit the turf hard.
A penalty is going to be on Lincoln York.
Pioneer penalty, 30 seconds technical.
Huron possession with just over a minute to play. There's a look at the penalty. Hilfinger bowled over by York.
1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute.
Now ball on the turf. Picked up by Brian Matney for Pioneer. New goalkeeper, Maurice Majewski for Pioneer. And he'll send it long down the field. Picked up by Jason Matney. And another whistle and a stoppage play. A turnover. Here on possession. Hilfinger sends it down the field. Sorcher carrying. Under 30 seconds to play. Back to Hilfinger. Over to Welch. To Upton. Back to Welch. Now down low. Skip shot. That one up wide of the net. Under 10 seconds. And off the side of the net. Aronson tried for the quick last second goal. And that'll do it. As Pioneer comes away with a 14-4 victory. Matt, why don't you recap the scoring?
All right, everybody get ready. Here we go. In the first quarter, it was Kevin Groupie for Pioneer. Then it was Haddon, Groupie, Wood, and then Groupie. The first quarter ended 5-0 Pioneer. The second quarter, again, 5 goals for Pioneer. This time it was Swanson, Wood, Swanson, York, and Swanson. So if you're scoring at home, that's 1 hat trick for Groupie and 1 hat trick for Swanson going into halftime. Huron finally got on the board in the third quarter. That was Sorcher Upton, and then that made it 10-2. Then Pioneer started scoring in the second half, and that was Taylor Zedanowski. Huron got back on with Kuhnlein, and then it was Swanson, so it's 12-3 going into the fourth quarter. And then Pioneer countered with Corbin and Fernandez with 1 goal in there by Upton for a final score of 14-4.
Thank you, Matt. I'd like to thank all the people that make this community television network production possible. Our director, Greg McDonald. Audio and replay by Rob Cross. CG Ops by Dana Denha. Camera guys, Max Witzke, Chase Stanton, and Nick McCauley. For Matt Liston, this is Pete Poirier. Once again, the final from Holloway Field. Pioneer 14 at Huron 4.